I want to welcome everybody to my channel today. This is Angel Michael. Today my topic is MGTOW, the importance of self-discipline, and I'm referring to both physical exercise and life in general. Without self-discipline, you can't accomplish anything in life. And when it comes to exercise, what's the main reason for exercise and dieting, or staying on a good diet? I should say a lifestyle, being in good shape, is because um, you want to live a nice long life and not have a lot of physical problems. If you're not eating correctly, not getting any exercise, you're gonna have all kinds of diseases. Um, you know, there's a whole list of different things that you can have wrong with you because you don't eat right and don't get any kind of exercise. A sedentary lifestyle, can cause heart disease, diabetes, um, any number of diseases. If you look it up on the internet, they list probably a half a dozen different disorders that come from being obese, and half of over the adult population is obese. And I'm not talking about a few pounds here. I'm talking about people who are 50 pounds or more overweight. I wanted to show pictures and of myself in particular. I put a mask. I actually photoshopped a mask over my face because I really have no desire to, show my face. But I wanted to show you before and after. This is back in, let's see, 2010, no, 2009. I started having some health problems because I was way too heavy. I'm 5'8", and I was getting close to 200 pounds. At let's see, I was 45 at the time. I'm 52 now. So I'll show you some pictures of when I started to get. This is the heaviest that I had ever been. I was real skinny in high school, and then progressively got, fatter and fatter over the years when, I wasn't eating properly and didn't really understand and didn't really do much research on what to eat, how to eat, actually, until later. So I want to show you a picture. This is me in 2009. Let's see, I started my weight loss, diet loss, or whatever you want to call it, lifestyle change. And this was like February, I think, well, anyway, what happened was I went to the doctor. They checked my heart and blood pressure. My blood pressure was like 160 over 100, which is kind of in the dangerous zone. So then I decided, well, they put me on blood pressure medication. I believe it's called lisinopril. And I'm like, I'm not happy with, at 45 years old, being this, looking like this, and having to take medication. So I decided to go on a diet and a lifestyle change, pretty much. I just started doing research about what I should eat. I had done a little bit of this before, and I knew that I needed to be careful about, getting rid of, foods that were not really good for you. Everybody knows you shouldn't be eating a lot of sweets and starches, and so basically what I would try to do is to get a basic meat, something that wasn't like too high in fat, and then some vegetables. Now, I would, every once in a while, if I wanted like something sweet, because, everybody has a little bit of a sweet tooth sometimes, it's okay to eat something sweet, but don't go overboard. And at the time, I wasn't really counting calories, and now I'll show you a picture of what I look like a little bit later. Okay, now this picture is of me after losing about 40 pounds. So I went from almost 200, which 196, somewhere along there, to this is 155 pounds, and it took me about 8 months. I didn't really really rush, because some weeks it's easy to lose weight some weeks. Like one week I would lose like a pound. The next week I lost 2. Sometimes I would go a week after working my butt off trying to do different exercises and not lose anything at all. So that got frustrating. And at first I didn't count calories. I was just trying to be on a high protein diet and low carbs. But you really need to count calories. Now, unfortunately, I did keep the weight off for about 5 years. And then, like, 2 years ago, I sort of started not paying as much attention to what I was eating and not exercising as much. So this past year, I'd gained actually all the weight back. And I'm like, came time for going to the doctor again, and I'm like, I didn't even want to look at the scale. It really made me upset. My blood pressure is high again, so I've gotten down now to 170 pounds, and I really want to lose about 20 more pounds, get back down to where I was in this picture here. And this time, I'm thinking maybe I might go a little further and go down to 145. But anyway, this time I want to try to see if I can keep it off. Because basically the issue I had last year is that we had some major problems at the house with the heat pump went out. And it's really, really cold in our basement. And all I had to heat upstairs in my bedroom was one of those little small portable units. And it really was not enough. And I don't know, I guess I'm using it as an excuse to not exercise. I could have gone to the Y, even though I really didn't want to drive 35 minutes to the Y. But this time, I'm going to figure out something. We're trying to save up some money to get a new heat pump. And if we can't get that working properly and just have to use like a little infrared unit like we did last year to heat the area, then I guess I'll just have to pull out my credit card and during the really cold months go to the Y. I'm not crazy about doing that because I don't really like going out places like that. Because I have a nice basement with all kinds of weights and stuff, and I don't really care about going out in public and exercise in front of people. I had some bad experiences when I was younger. Because some people are just strange. They would ask you all kinds of personal questions, and it really aggravated me. Because, I try to be friendly with people and nice, but some people just really are just buttholes. But anyway, and I don't like being ugly to people in public. But, and I don't like getting all, because when I exercise, I get all drippy and wet and gross, even in the winter time. So hopefully we can figure out something before it gets cold again. Because right now, it's really comfortable in the basement, even during the summertime when it's hot. It's, nice temperature there. So I don't mind that at all. I also have in the basement, I either walk, I've got a path that I walk. Then I also have an elliptical machine, which I use that. I used to try to walk out, if we have a circular driveway that's paved, but we have so many insects, and I was trying to walk out there, and it just had all these bugs flying in my face, and I just don't like it. I don't mind getting hot, but getting, because one time I was on my bicycle riding around, and had one that hit me in the side of the eye, and it went down inside that little crease in the eye, and it took me forever to get that thing out. It was really uncomfortable. It was some type of little tiny beetle, so that was not any fun. So, I don't like riding on my bike, which is a shame because I like riding the bike. I just don't like getting bugs in my face and my mouth and eyes. But, as far as MGTOW exercising, two main reasons is to stay in shape. And if you want, to me, getting in shape is not about trying to attract a female. Because you're your health is very important. You know, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. How are you going to be able to pay your bills if you can't keep yourself in shape? And because I can tell you, if you start having health problems, you're going to be pulling out that credit card, paying the doctor every time you turn around. And I'm like, I don't want to take any more medication than I have to, and that shortens your lifespan when you have to do all that. So that's the main motivation behind me losing weight. Not because I want to look good. I mean, although it's nice to look good, you know, I think that everybody wants to look attractive. But you don't do it for other people. You do it because you know, for your health. You know, and once you get that's one thing about when you exercise and you have to stick with something. It seems to help in other areas of your life. And then also there's another aspect to it, is the chemicals. And whenever you exercise, those chemicals make you feel better. And you have so much more of a positive attitude about life in general. It's called, I forgot what those different chemicals in your brain, I think they're called endorphins. But they make you feel better and you have a better outlook. If you have problems with depression, they tell people to exercise because it really helps change your mood. And because you really don't want to take any more medication than you have to. All the medication that the doctors give you are synthetic, and they're really unhealthy. The side effects are terrible. If you listen to the commercials, the side effects sound worse than the disorder or the disease. So I try not to take any more medication than I have to. I just take lisinopril, and sometimes I might take something for acid reflux, Zantac or something, but that's not that often. But I take enzymes for digestion, which really help a lot, because everybody seems to be having a lot more issues with digestion, because the way our food is prepared inadequately, and so many preservatives and stuff and chemicals in our food. The preservatives are terrible. They were saying that if you leave an apple out and it takes a week or more for it to start to deteriorate, you've got too many preservatives on it. Because if the insects don't even come to it or won't even come near it, you don't need to eat it. It means it's not healthy. It means that you're going to make yourself sick by eating food like that. But as far as for MGTOWs, not only are we talking about self-discipline as far as staying in shape, if you can do that one part of your life, get your health in order, that will help you be able to put other things in order in your life as well. Your financial aspect, if you can learn to conquer your health issues, and it looks like you have to be on a schedule to find time to do it. So if you can do that, you can find create some type of schedule to help you do a better job with your job. You just have a better outlook on life in general when you exercise, and people notice that. I mean, you feel better about yourself. You're more positive, and people want to be around positive people. But if you're always negative and depressed, people don't want to be around negative and depressed people. You know, I sure don't. And when you don't feel good, or if you're sick because of your health, your weight, causing some health issues, then you really need to do something about it. You also have so much more energy when you're in shape. You can get so much more accomplished in a day. You don't feel lethargic. When I was, about 200 pounds, I felt lethargic. I felt tired a lot. I really didn't feel like doing anything. And another thing is, people need to get sleep. You should be getting between 8 to 10 hours each day. I know that sounds like a lot, but most people are not getting near what they're supposed to. I've heard people talk about only getting 4 and 5 hours, and that's not enough. You're reducing your lifespan by doing that. And when your body doesn't get the rest it needs, it doesn't repair issues and health problems that you have. Your body needs time to rest and recoup. And if you don't give it time to do that, then you're really hurting your health. But like I said, as far as MGTOW go, another big issue that I see a lot on the internet, now a lot of MGTOWs are talking about now, is this fat acceptance movement. Now, of course, most of that's being pushed by feminists, and personally, I think the reason why they're pushing all this is basically because I think they want women to die early. To tell you the truth, I really do. They don't really care about people in general. I think it's part of the Agenda 2050, where they're trying to reduce the population. It would definitely do it all right if you're extremely obese. Let's say you're like 300 pounds or more. You're not gonna live a long lifespan. You're gonna die early. You're gonna die before you're 50. So yeah, that's what the elites want. They want to reduce the population. So they're gonna make it cool and trendy for you to be obese. I don't know if that's for certain, but it sure seems like it to me. It doesn't make sense to me why you want to ruin your health. And they keep talking about, shaming slender people. Well, I'm sorry, but most people, male or female, like to, date somebody who is, in reasonably good health and looks good. It just shows that they care about themselves, that they're not lazy, and usually if you look good in a decent weight size, that means you're healthy, and it means you care about yourself. Not, if you're a big fat slob, most people can say, well, she, whatever, doesn't care about their health, so why would I want to be with them? They're gonna die early. Well, I guess you can tell from my pictures that I'm not some obese slag anymore. Well, and I haven't gotten down to the size I want yet, and even at the picture of me at 155 is still not as low as I'd like to go. But at least that means I've gotten my health in order. My numbers are pretty much normal now. I don't have high blood pressure like I did. They still want me to take a pill, which I don't mind doing that once a day. I'm not crazy about it, but I'll do it. But at least I know that I'm in good health, and I'm trying to make sure like I said, to eat right. I get exercise like I'm supposed to, and I also am trying my best, because I have this problem with sitting up late at night doing different things on the computer. So I'm trying my best to stop that sitting up late. That's another thing I'm trying to work on. But everybody has things in their life that they need to work on, and we're all a work in progress. But I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say about this subject. Do you have issues with your health? Do you need to lose weight? If you have questions, I'm no expert, but I can definitely try to. I have lost close to 50 pounds before, and I'm planning on doing that again. So if any of you guys have any problems that you want to ask me, any questions about dieting and exercise, like I said, I'm no expert, but at my age, if I can lose a whole bunch of weight, 50 pounds or so, I can definitely help you lose weight. So if you have any problems, have any questions, feel free to leave comments, and tell me about some of your issues. Maybe if I can help you with them, I'd be more than happy to help. Or any other comments about some of the things I've been talking about in this video. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless, and I look forward to your comments and questions. Take care. Bye.